Every morning, a heavy silver mist rose above Silver Lake, thick as molten metal. People claimed that if you listened closely, you could hear the whispers of those who had vanished there. 14-year-old Lev never believed such tales, until one morning the mist whispered his name. The whisper was faint but clear. Lev, help. He stumbled back, falling onto the damp sand. The voice, as if coming from the lake itself, continued, "Go to the old bridge, before sunset." Lev's heart pounded. The old bridge had collapsed years ago. But the voice, he recognized it. He had heard it before. It was his missing sister's voice. Everyone said that Lev's sister Asya had drowned a year ago, though no body was ever found. Lev never accepted that. And now, hearing her voice, he felt the truth settle inside him. Whatever the lake was hiding, it was calling for him. He grabbed a flashlight, an old compass that used to hang from Asya's favorite jacket, and set off toward the bridge. The bridge was barely more than a few rotting posts sticking out of the water, but the mist thickened, shimmering, and within it he saw shapes, outlines. Lev blinked. The bridge stood before him whole and solid, just as it had been years ago, and on the other side stood a girl in a yellow raincoat. Asya. Lev ran forward, but before he reached the first plank, the vision wavered. The bridge vanished. The girl dissolved into the mist. Only a single wooden button remained on the shore, the same kind Asya had sewn onto her raincoat. The mist no longer whispered. It simply waited. Lev picked up the wooden button, turning it in his fingers. It was warm, far warmer than anything that had been lying on cold sand should be. When he slipped it into his pocket, the mist around him rippled, as if reacting to his choice. He realized then that the lake wasn't just showing him visions, it was trying to guide him. On his way back home, Lev met old Mira, the oldest woman in the village who everyone swore knew more about the lake than anyone else. She looked at him with sharp, frightened eyes. "You went near the lake this morning," she said, not as a question, but as a certainty. Lev hesitated. "I heard something." Mira's face darkened. "If the lake speaks to you, child, it means it wants something, and nothing the lake wants is ever harmless." That night, Lev couldn't sleep. He kept replaying the moment the bridge appeared, whole, glowing faintly, like a memory forced into reality. At midnight, the fog began to creep closer to his window, pressing against the glass like a living thing. A whisper seeped through the cracks of the frame. "Hurry, Lev. Time is running out." He grabbed his backpack and quietly slipped out of the house. At the shoreline, the mist parted for him as though expecting his arrival. Then, from beneath the water, surfaced something flat and dripping, a piece of old, waterlogged parchment. A map. On it, someone had drawn Silver Lake, but not as it looked now. There were markings, tunnels, and a strange symbol resembling an eye beneath the old bridge. And next to the eye, written in shaky handwriting, was Asya's name. Lev's decision was instant. The map was a message, a path. He stepped onto the sand, following the faint lines drawn on the parchment. The mist swirled around him, forming a narrow corridor that led straight toward the ruins of the old bridge. His heart pounded as he reached the edge of the water. The mist shimmered, and the bridge appeared again, whole and waiting. This time, Lev stepped onto it. The wooden planks felt solid beneath Lev's feet, though he knew they shouldn't exist. With every step he took, the mist behind him closed like a curtain, cutting off any way back. Halfway across, he felt the temperature drop. A shape flickered in the fog, a shadow walking beside him, matching his pace. He didn't dare look directly at it. The shadow spoke in a voice that sounded like Asya's echo, stretched and distorted. "You're late, Lev." His heart lurched. "Asya? Is that you?" The shadow tilted its head. "Almost." Lev froze. The voice was familiar but wrong, emptied of warmth. Whatever was next to him wasn't his sister. At the end of the bridge, the mist parted, revealing something Lev had never seen before. A circular stone platform, half submerged, with a carved emblem, the same eye symbol from the map. As he stepped onto it, the waters of Silver Lake stirred, swirling downward as if being drained. Beneath the descending water, a massive stone door slowly emerged, a hidden entrance beneath the lake. The stone door trembled, and from beyond it came a voice, this time unmistakably Asya's. "Lev, I'm here! Hurry!" Lev ran to the door, pressing his hands against the cold stone. "I'm coming! Hold on!" The shadow on the bridge whispered from behind him. "Open it, and she's yours, or what's left of her." He ignored it.